Hello everyone and welcome back to the Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I am one of your hosts. I'll be soon joined by Wilfred Lau and hopefully Juma Baroro, but Juma doesn't see, he's distracted somewhere out there. Anyway, you're here watching the game between Gideon Law and Edwin Tan. Gideon, not sure what he's playing. Edwin testing out a new deck, which is the BoomBust, red-white BoomBust deck. Very fun to play. Very, I guess it's a difficult game in a lot of cases. It's not like the the red, free red win deck. It's Mick, not Rick. And yeah, I'm suffering today from low energy. And yeah. Does it sound like Rick? Am I coming off sounding like Rick? How does Rick and Morty sound? I'm trying to figure out like how does Rick and Morty sound. Hey Morty. Oh right, okay. So it's like hey Morty, hey Morty, hey Morty, something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, Edwin goes down to 6 cards, gonna scry and keep that card on top. His hand doesn't look exciting, only has 1 land. It's a Flagstones of... oh no, sorry, he's got 2 lands, so he can actually go off on Boom soon. Not quite sure whether he's starting first. Wow, thanks Goblip guy. But today, a little bit low on the energy side, so... Looks like starting off with a Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand is probably going to look for the red-white land and going to get rid of that pesky Monastery Spear.
Hi everyone. So it's very unfortunate. With a name like Gideon Law, you would expect a mono-white deck, Death and Taxes, that sort of thing. Unfortunately, what we see here is Stomping Ground Monastery Spear.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so Edwin chooses not to crack, hopefully drawing another land and gets paid off for that. He has an oust in hand, so probably going to oust away that Monastery Spear when the time comes.
He has a Lightning Helix in hand, which is great in this spot, right?
Yeah, well, that depends on whether your opponent goes like spell or, you know. Well, even if your opponent doesn't go spell. Actually, if everyone wants to do anything, he needs to do it now, or he should be doing it now, and that will definitely resolve.
Yeah. The worst thing that can happen here is, I suppose, mutagenic growth. If Edwin has no idea what he's playing.
Yeah, that'll be bad.
Yeah, but mutagenic growth is not going to change whether he's fetching or not. So I mean,
True.
if Gideon goes spell before pre-combat, Edwin has some pretty good plays here anyway. So, which is what Gideon's going to do. He's going to fire off a Lava Spike. Edwin's
so
probably just going to let it resolve.
Mm-hmm.
Edwin reads Lava Spike. It has 1 line of text and a lot of flavor text. So, Edwin takes 3. Seems like Gideon's probably going to go for another spell. You think he has a second Lava Spike in hand.
Alright, so second Lava Spike.
This is probably where Edwin
will probably go for the Lightning Helix. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is going to hurt anyway because he has to fetch a Sacred Foundry, right?
Yep. So that's 3 points. At least, you know, is negating the effect of the fetching.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a matchup where you probably need as much life gain as you can get.
So Winnie is asking who's playing what. So Edwin is playing the red-white BoomBust deck. Gideon seems to be playing Naya Burn and yeah, okay. So,
Edwin's responding to the prowess trigger on the Monastery Mentor. He's gonna continue to take 3 anyway.
Yep. Does he not gain back the 3?
He does, but I think they counted it already.
Oh no,
because the life is absolutely correct. Because it's 2 spikes and 1 attack from the Swiss Spear.
Oh, okay. All right. So he let the spike resolve already. All right. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like he can counter the spike.
Well, yeah.
So I mean, here
That's
we
true.
are, right? So Edwin has a Nahiri and a Lightning Bolt in hand. He seems to have some other cards right now. I think it's a Wooded Foothills and something. So Edwin draws another Sacred Foundry here.
No.
Do you think he's just gonna go off with the Nahiri now?
Yeah, I think you should.
I don't think there's any point in not going for it.
Yeah. Well, you want to be using your mana effectively, and there's no other play that you want to have, especially since Gideon just bricked on on everything. Like he did not cast a creature last turn. There were no spells put on suspend, so you can go for it.
And well, Gideon actually has a pretty unfortunate hand here because he has 2 Searing Blazes against Edwin's deck that does not seem to have
Any
creatures.
yeah. Well, it does have the Goblin Dark Dwellers
Well, I
eventually
mean,
that you'll draw into.
he is playing Nahiri, which indicates an Emrakul, but I don't think Emrakul's Searing Blaze is very good against Emrakul anyway.
Alright, so going to discard the land likely. Draw a card. And draws a Simian Spirit Guide. Hopefully it doesn't cast that Simian Spirit Guide.
The Simian Spirit Guide is great now actually because it allows Edwin to leave up Lightning Bolt.
Yeah. He's got Ajani Vengeance in hand as well, so that will actually be useful.
He is quite well insulated against the creatures that Gideon might put into play. The question is whether Gideon can put enough burn on the table to kill Edwin or not.
Sharp Volley here is just going to...
So the important thing here is we see that Gideon's actually going for face.
Which, well,
which
he's
I
got
think
9 points. It's fine.
It's
fine.
It's absolutely the correct play.
Yeah, he's got 9 points. He's...
I think Gideon just needs to top deck, I think, 2 burn spells to go with the attacker's command he already has in hand. So he's really like 2 burn spells away from killing Edwin.
Okay, but if he draws a Boros Charm, then that's going to change things a little bit because that's not going to be...
Alright, so here we see a
gonna be hard to
Riftbolt.
cast.
That's a little bit awkward because it means that he can't leave up the attacker's command.
And he can't, do 2 things at one time.
Yeah,
He can't cast 2 spells at one time.
Yeah, so which means that it's quite likely that he's going to pass the turn.
Yeah, you can attacker's command at end step, and then if you draw another land, then you can Riftbolt the next turn.
It's even more awkward because I think Edwin's gonna... It's likely that Edwin might cast Ajani Avenger and go for the Lightning Helix effect now. That being said, he has drawn a pretty good card as well in
What did he
Molten
draw?
Rain.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Molten Rain can get rid of...
So Molten Rain is going to shut off Gideon's ability to cast attacker's command, and
Instead, he's going to discard first and draw. And that's an oust. I don't think he can use the oust on himself, can he?
I don't think he can because he has no creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So he does go for the Ajani. And Gideon's probably just going to fire off the attacker's command in response to the Lightning Helix effect that Edwin is quite likely to be going for.
Yeah, okay, so he's trying to gain some life now. And Taka's command going to hit Edwin in the face. And probably going to get redirected to the Ajani.
I don't think it's getting redirected.
Alright, so he goes straight for the face. Okay. And does not gain the life.
Does not gain the life. So if Gideon can draw a 3-point burn spell now, he's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah. So all he has to do is suspend.
Well, that being said, he drew Wild Nakata, so I think this is over. I think this
Emrakul's going to hit the
this is
battlefield
over
next turn,
because
right?
Emrakul is going to happen unless
Unless Edwin draws.
Edwin decides
the
to top deck
Emrakul,
the Emrakul.
So not bad. Not a bad top deck.
No, I mean that is a pretty awful top deck from Gideon.
that's-
I mean that being said, he's not completely out of it yet. He's probably just going to cast both spells that he can play, and ship the turn.
Chooses not to... Okay, yeah, he's going to suspend the Riftbolt, and it's going to be on 1 next turn.
Yep, so Edwin does not draw the Emrakul. I believe this game is over.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I feel like Burn is a matchup that thrives very heavily on the play and draw, and I think that if Gideon had went first this game, he probably would have had it by now. That being said, it was more or less a multi 5.
Really?
Because he has
Yeah,
2 Searing
three,
Blazers
yeah.
in hand.
That's correct. Well, you don't know... That's the thing, like, you don't know who you're playing against.
Yeah,
and
I
you don't
mean,
know what deck
in
you're playing
matchups that
against
actually
anyway.
have creatures, Searing Blaze is outstanding, right? It hits the face and keeps you up in the race, but this doesn't seem to be the case.
I'm kind of confused why he Molten Rain there. Well, he could have got the extra damage, but
Well, I suppose it makes
Emrakul's
no
gonna be
difference
a
because
15, yeah.
Emrakul's stacking. It's probably only relevant if... I guess it's relevant if Edwin decides to search out a Goblin Dark Dweller instead of an Emrakul, right?
okay,
But why
that's
would
true.
you do anything else?
Alright, Yeah, the aim for face is actually very important. I think the decision there from Gideon to go for the face instead of go for the planeswalker is definitely the correct play.
100% correct.
Yeah, you needed all Gideon needed was just top deck or of a 1 mana burn spell.
Yep. Okay. So what we see here from Gideon is pretty interesting.
Mhm.
The first card he puts down into his sideboarding in pile is Deflecting Palm, which is really good
Oh,
against Emrakul.
that's fun. That is fine.
Unfortunately, he chooses not to bring in other cards like Molten Rain.
Well, Molten Rain, I'm not quite sure whether it's very good against Edwin because yeah, I'm really not quite sure whether it's good
Yep.
against Edwin.
So,
Most of his lands like die and then they come back. So
Yeah, I mean it's quite likely that what we'll see here is Gideon taking out Searing Blazes.
yeah, for sure. Searing Blaze, like any amount of burn spells that only hit creatures, you can take out, and just leave. Put in. You could even put in the what's that 2/1 guy, the Call Firewalker.
It's 2/2.
2/2, yeah, okay. So Call Firewalkers actually might be useful in this matchup, especially since most of Edwin's removal are red and most of Edwin's creatures are also red.
I mean that being said, it's good. It's definitely good. Unfortunately, it's a 2-mana 2/2. I'm not sure if it's as high impact as Deflecting Palm.
And it's double white. But I'm quite sure Gideon runs multiple, more than 2 copies of Searing Blaze in his deck, right?
For sure, for sure. I think
So-
most burn decks play 3 and 1 in the board, or just the straight 4 main deck, because Modern's such a creature heavy format.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I mean the meta game here at Grey Ogre tends to be not extremely creature heavy.
So it's very combo-ish.
Yeah,
And
yeah, so even the decks that are creature heavy are things like Kitchen Finks, which is pretty horrible for burn anyway.
yes, that's true. Okay, if you're just watching us, you are tuning into the More Than Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts. I'm joined here by Wilfred. What happened to Juma? Question.
Looks like he went home already, I guess.
Abandoned. We have been abandoned. I'm gonna shut off his mic. In spite. No, actually I shut off his mic so that we, don't get like extra echo and stuff like that. There's all the noise that it adds
Oh, sweet.
to the audio. Are those your cards? No, I don't know. No, that's not mine.
Oh.
Why are you like mouthing? Just say it. Nobody understands what the hell we're talking
Oh
about.
no, because there is a binder and a card box right beside me, and I have no idea whose it is.
Let's go through it.
Eh.
I doubt it's Ben's and Joe's. Oh my gosh, did it leak? Yeah. Again, the aircon leaked. Oh, what the F?
Yep. So we're experiencing some technical difficulties here. Fortunately, the air conditioning, which is situated directly over most of our streaming equipment, is starting to leak. So Mick has gone out to get some cleaning supplies, which leaves me here unattended. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna go through this binder that's sitting beside me right now. I still have no idea whose it is. Well, it's got a bunch of foils. There are some very good foils, in fact. There's a Masterpiece Sword of Feast and Famine. There's a foil Inkai Servant of Oni. That's pretty old. Pre-release Beast of Burden.
Oh man.
Yeah, some pretty sweet cards here.
Yeah.
I just like to declare on stream that I'm not going to take any of it. And yeah, there's some pretty good cards right here. Hedron Matrix, Worship. Yep, so at this point it's pretty likely that this is not a file that was abandoned by someone who got disillusioned with Magic. Which means that I should probably leave it here once I'm done going through it. There's also a Snapcaster Mage.
So maybe somebody's selling off this folder.
Extremely
It's
likely.
possibly,
It's
yeah.
possible that one of the guys at the store just bought over a collection and this is what he got.
Yay.
Yay! There's a Gaunty Lord of Luxury. Unfortunately, it is not foil. Oh well.
Make claim to fame. What is my claim to fame? I love foils as well. I've been foiling my blue-white control deck. What does your blue-white control deck run though? Not as expensive as a foil Jund deck. And the person speaking right now is not Mick. That's Wilfred.
Yeah, that was me going through the file, through the binder. Actually, I'm so sorry. So we see Edwin looking at his phone in between games. He is on Carousel.
Yeah.
He's probably buying or selling something.
Buying more magic cards.
As we speak. I hope he's not buying more cards.
Selling more magic cards. Looking for that one last blood moon. Alright, man. I don't know, something's wrong with the aircon, like it's leaking. And stuff is getting wet. All the electronic equipment here is not going to survive well underwater. I don't know. Generally, electricity and water do not mix.
Well,
That's what science says. Bullocks.
Yeah, no one's ever tried it and said it didn't.
Nobody ever got out of that alive.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so
okay.
01, that's definitely correct.
That's
you should blame Mick whenever you can.
God damn it, y'all.
Although I will say that Mick is actually spelled without a C.
Yeah, it's just MIK. But who cares?
Yeah, so it's like Mike without an E.
It's easier to pronounce Mick without the C. Then people will be asking like, isn't that me?
Oh God.
Right?
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, how do you spell Mick?
Okay, so back to the game. Gideon's on to play this game. He seems to have left the Searing Blaze in the deck.
Oh man.
Which is
okay,
surprising.
yeah, that's weird.
Because
he doesn't realize like what deck he's playing against.
it's a little bit awkward because it feels like Gideon has a very reactive hand. He has a Deflecting Palm, a Searing Blaze, and a Lightning Bolt, I believe.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep. So Gideon just fetches and passes the turn, which is odd.
Somebody's phone is ringing. Is that Cass's phone? Is this your phone?
No.
Hello. Hi. No. Is this?
So-
are you trying to get Cass?
So a phone started ringing and it's not any of our phones. And Mick just decided to answer it because here at Grey Ogre Games we go through other people's files and we answer other people's phones.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, so
Somebody remind me to go and tell Cass that his mom called.
Okay, so we have someone from Balik Lol.
Balik lol.
Balik Lol is saying that he's thinking. Okay, firstly, thinking is good. I encourage everyone watching to think some more.
Blue Infect Bounce deck. Infect/Bounce deck. 4 Blighted Agent, 2 Blink Morph, and a bunch of return target permanent low cost spells with counters. And Think the Ice. Wow, okay. But why wouldn't you play like just the pump, straight up like pump spell type of...
Yeah, I mean, the logic here is that if you have Blighted Agent, you don't need to play bounce spells because nothing's blocking.
True. That's true. I wonder why Edwin's not playing with Arid Mesas. Maybe he's playing with Arid Mesas
Okay,
too.
so-
But Arid Mesas are expensive.
So
yeah.
Gideon here has a Eidolon of the Great Arrow, which is pretty good, but not better in this matchup than the Core Firewalker that Edwin plays right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Core Firewalker is really good. It's whenever opponent casts a spell or whenever you cast a spell?
Whenever a red spell is cast.
Oh, okay. No, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, okay, so what we see here from Edwin is, I believe the Blood Moons should be out of his deck already.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary in this
Yep.
matchup.
Edwin
It does shut off a few cards though, I have to say.
it shuts off your opponent's ability to cast things like Ataka's Command, but it's very possible that that's not what you want to be doing.
Yeah.
Gideon tries to go for a Searing Blaze, but unfortunately he can't target the Core Firewalker that Edwin has on the table.
Mhm.
And he goes back to staring his hand awkwardly at the Skull Crack and the Deflecting Palm and the Searing Blaze.
Very awkward
So
Searing Blaze. The very, very awkward Searing Blaze.
So it's pretty awkward, extremely reactive, which is not where Burn wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't even have a good attack because...
Alright, so he's
well,
going to swing in and he's going to block.
Naturally, just as I say that,
No, I was just kidding.
yeah, so Edwin lets him take it back. Because here at Grey Ogre Games, we are friendly people.
No, this is a casual area. And people not having fun, then they might as well just not play. We might as well not even have the event, but we do. Modern,
Because here at Grey Ogre, we got fun.
yeah, we has fun.
So-
But no, Healy's. What were you saying about them blood moons?
So, as it turns out, I'm just wrong about everything
Yeah,
in life
yeah,
right,
just-
right now.
You're dumb. You
Uh,
bad, bad at the game.
So Edwin here decides to go a bit more aggressive and attacks with the Core Fire Walker.
Okay.
And I believe that here you can use the deflecting palm to kill the Core Fire Walker.
No, the deflecting palm, does it target?
I believe the deflecting palm does not target, and well, it seems to. It takes it back anyway.
I have a feeling it targets, right? You redirect to... No, it only redirects to the source's controller.
Okay, so he can't use it to actually kill the Core Fire Walker, but he can use it to redirect the 2 damage, which is probably not what he wants to be doing right now. So he goes for the Skullcrack. Edwin still gains a life because the Core Fire Walker triggers before the Skullcrack resolves.
Mm-hmm.
Edwin goes for the attack anyway. Puts Gideon down to 12, and I believe that he's going to go for the Blood Moon.
Yeah, Blood Moon definitely just shuts down
It's,
like
it's
most
either
of
the
the
Blood
things.
Moon or the Celestial Purge.
I would rather cast the
since-
Lightning Bolt instead.
Well,
Because the Lightning Bolt will help you mitigate some of the damage from Eidolon or Great Rebel.
oh yeah, but I mean, because he attacked, I believe that Edwin's plan right now is to get rid of the Eidolon.
Oh, okay. So he's waiting for Gideon to, of course, cast more spells, and after you get rid of the Eidolon of the Great Rebel. Which, well, yeah. You can do that. Look through phones, answer calls, look through binders and casual events. Yeah. Although your cards usually don't go missing here,
Okay, so
unlike some places.
so to Kimberly 852, that plan doesn't work because the Eidolon can't block the Core Fire Walker.
Yeah. So Core Firewalker is what's the one that loses all protection? Is that a Skullcrack?
No, this Skullcrack is damage can't be prevented.
Oh, okay. So,
I mean,
the
so I mean,
prorate,
the combat has
yeah.
to happen, but the thing is that the combat only happens on Edwin's terms because it has prorate.
So the only way that actually works is that you have, let's say, like volcanic fallout or or whip flare or whatever, and after that you cast Skullcrack. Then that kills the Core Firewalker.
Okay, so Edwin here is into full Timmy mode. He
Bang.
he bolts Gideon in the face. Continues to attack. I think he's gonna go for Nahiri here.
Yeah, Nahiri it looks like the
He could
best
go
play.
for Nahiri. He could
No,
also
Blood Moon is actually a better
he
play.
could also go for Blood Moon. He could also go for Molten Rain.
No, Blood Moon is a better play here. You want to shut down anything that your opponent can do, for example, Ataka's command. But instead he goes for the Molten Rain. Alright. Call me crazy then.
Yep. So he's gonna Molten Rain and target Stomping Ground. I think that's absolutely correct.
Mhm.
You don't want to get caught up by Ataka's command.
Yeah. That card's gonna wreck you.
And Gideon
Thank
draws another land here. That's pretty bad for him.
He's got, well, he won't die per se, because he's got Deflecting Palm. It's not the turn for him to die, so it's okay for him to let this go. Yeah, but if we knew about the Deflecting Palm, why not go for the Sacred Foundry instead of the Stomping Ground?
I think he's probably just a nice guy, and I don't think the Deflecting Palm does as much as a potential Ataka's command.
Yeah, but you also have a potential
Yeah.
Boros Charm.
Yeah, so I mean,
to-
he's probably totally fine with Gideon casting a Deflecting Palm or a Barros Charm, because I think the only way Edwin loses now is if Gideon has a lot of burn in hand, and he leads off with Ataka's command, preventing Edwin from gaining any life, and then finishes him off from there.
Right, okay, that is true.
Because I don't think there are many other ways that Edwin can lose this game. He even
No, couldn't he Deflecting Palm? No, but he died from searching for land. Okay, that's true. That is correct.
yeah. So
Yeah,
Edwin
Core Firewalker.
waves the Core Firewalker at the camera. Obviously, very happy about his victory.
Yay! Congratulations, Edwin. You win. Alright, if you're just joining us, you're watching the Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. We're going for a short break. We'll be back with round 3. But before we go, Me and Gomu would like to tell you that you can join us on the stream other days. Tuesday nights we have standard. Wednesday nights we have modern, and sometimes on the weekends we also have tournaments, but we don't stream them all. To keep yourself updated, make sure you follow our Facebook page. Make sure you follow our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GreyOgreGames. All the links are in the description below. If you miss those, it's okay. Go down to our YouTube channel, youtube.com, no, the other side, youtube.com/GreyOgreGames. And yeah, just watch all the replays. It's okay. We won't judge you. You also watch the YouTube, so it's fine. Last but not least, do listen to the Power 9 podcast. Myself and Edwin that you just saw on the screen, as well as Alfian and Cass. We host this podcast called the Power 9 Podcast. Every week we talk shop about this little game called Magic the Gathering. Yeah, quite fun. This week we talk about Modern and the state of Modern. Spoiler alert, it's dead. Or at least we think it's dying. We're gonna go for a short break. We'll see you guys in a short bit. See you.